Freedom camping has been an issue in the Deep South in the past. To help combat the problem, a targeted program was introduced recently. Sarah Bedford took a look at how it's working.
Historically, freedom camping has been a big issue in the Te Anau and Manapuri area, but a project targeting the issue appears to be showing some success. A combined project between Southland District Council and the Department of Conservation was launched last year. Southland Mayor Frana Cardino says the project and a bylaw around freedom camping is working well.
I think there are improvements. We've worked with the Department of Conservation and having someone to police and help with it, but also there's been an awful lot more education, and a lot of those vans that we used to see camping everywhere, it's not happening. But some of them now, quite a few of them now, are self-sufficient. So I think the message is getting out there.
Department of Conservation Ranger Leppens says the bylaw has made it easier to manage freedom camping. He says historically freedom camping was a huge issue in the area.
If we went back around about 3 years ago, we really didn't have any resourcing or powers to really do anything about the problem. And I was receiving countless emails, phone calls, and people even coming up and knocking on the door with complaints. It was rather frustrating that we couldn't do a lot about it.
Freedom camping can cause many problems.
What we've got is we've got people ploughing into areas that they shouldn't be going into and creating tracks all over the place, lighting fires in areas when there's actual fire bans or restrictions on, littering and defecation. And obviously people in the township are going out for a walk locally with their dog or whatever in the evening and coming across, it's quite an unsightly mess.
But he says the monitoring and education program has led to improvements.
Things are definitely on the up. I think that the project's been a huge success. Obviously we're still taking learnings from what we're doing, so it's in its infancy stage. But if you look around the place, we've had a lot of good comments from locals in the community, and we're picking up far less rubbish and finding far less disturbance on conservation land as well.
He says rangers are taking an educational approach, and this summer have educated people in more than 430 camper vans and issued 3 infringements. This compares with 28 fines and 301 possible campers moved along last summer. Mrs Cardino says council has no problem with freedom camping, but wants people to take a responsible approach.
Look, freedom camping is a part of our psyche, our way of life in New Zealand, and we all like to do it. But what we're saying is be responsible, be self-sufficient, and, don't leave that pollution behind. So our aim is to educate people, to make sure that people understand this, and especially our visitors overseas.
She says it's hoped in the future there will no longer be a need to monitor the issue. Sarah Bedford, South Today News.